Welcome to the beautiful Styrian Mountains for another chapter in the story of this famous race. It's time for the Austrian Grand Prix. "700 metres above sea level, 10 corners and one of the shortest laps of the season. 2.6 miles with some good overtaking opportunities, but you've got to get the braking right into turn 1 and turn 3. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Richards lines up on pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Russell, Verstappen, Oscar Piastri, Albon, Norris, Sainz, Ocon, Liam Lawson, Gasly, Doohan, Stroll, Sargent, Hauger, Bottas, Ricciardo, Tsunoda, Joe, Perez, Teo Porcher, and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? And Anthony Davidson joins us for this one. And great to have your company. There's no weather to worry about here. What will be going through the drivers' minds as they finish these last-minute preparations?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the run down into turn 1. A bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It will keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
Clutch bite is good, gearbox is responding normally. Make sure to warm up the tyres and brakes. Warm the tyres and brakes throughout the lap, please. Understood, copy that. Okay, copy that. We might see some rain, ETA about 15 minutes. Okay, incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get good launch as the race starts. Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights. Okay, be very careful, the floors incurred massive damage. Okay, Russell's behind you now. Russell behind, less than a second separates you. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are just one lap old. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops. Your last lap time was a 1:13.9. Repeat that, I've got some interference here. You've got 2 stops remaining now, 2 stops remaining in this strategy, and that's 20 laps until your pit window's open. Just be warned, the underbody's showing heavy damage. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. You have critical damage to the floor, be careful. Gap to your teammate behind is 9.2 seconds. They're on fresh softs. They're in 11th. Time last lap was a 1 minute 11.9. They're in 4th. The difference is 6.7 seconds. And the time last lap was a 1:10.8. Tyre condition still looking good. Okay, Russell's behind you now. We're leaving the car behind by 1.9 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops. Your last lap time was 1 minute 08.9. Okay, expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now. Got that, confirmed. Didn't receive that. Repeat the message, repeat the message. Russell behind, and the gap behind us is 1.7 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Okay, their tyres are 7 laps old. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops. Time last lap was a 1:09.1. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 16.7 seconds. They're on fresh softs. They're in 11th. And the time last lap was a 1:09.9. expecting rain in about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, 2 stops left now, 2 stops. And that's 13 laps now until your pit window's open. We don't currently have the data for that request. Okay, fitting intermediate tyres next. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. Confirmed. no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Okay, Russell's behind you now. Okay, the gap behind is 2.8 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 13 laps old. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops. Your last lap time was a 1:09.4. Right, we have 2 stops left in this strategy, 2 more stops planned. The pit window will be open in 7 laps' time. Caution! Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead. Okay, clear. We're expecting some rain soon. Expect the first drops in the next few minutes. Copy. You're leading the pack, that's P1. Russell behind. Our gap behind is 1.6 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Your pit window opens in 5 laps time. 5 laps. Okay mate, don't worry about the damage. I've got some new strategy options if you go and check your MFD. Please repeat, you're breaking up. Copy that. catch that, mate. Just say it again. Gap to your teammate behind is 25.3 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. They're in 10th place. The time last lap was a 1 minute 10.9. Okay, Russell's behind you now. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 1.5 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 18 laps old. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops. And the time last lap was a 1:10.3. You've got 2 stops remaining now. 2 stops remaining in this strategy. Your pit window is going to open in 3 laps time. Pit window opens in 3 laps. Understood, copy that. ETA on this rain clearing up in about 10 minutes, so just keep your concentration out there, you're doing well. Dry's definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. Okay, track conditions aren't improving. It's your choice as to whether you want to fit full wets next time you come in. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 27.2 seconds. Okay, I've got a brand new race strategy on your MFD if you want to go and check it out. Okay, mate, we might need to look at a new race strategy after that. I've got some options for you, so go and check your MFD. Information on Perez. They're retiring from the race. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track. You're approaching the safety car. You're leading, so don't pass it. Stay behind the safety car. Russell behind. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on a fresh set of inters. Their tyres are just 1 lap old. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 37.4. You're in first position, front of the pack. Okay, Russell's behind you now. Less than a second separates you. They're on a fresh set of inters. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. And that's 49 laps to go. So we're looking at another 5, maybe 10 minutes of this race. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now. Forecast is 5 or 10 minutes more of rain before it starts to dry up. Inters are the best tyre for now. Okay, the safety car's coming in this lap. We'll be pacing the field in sector 3. Make sure to respect the delta until the safety car's into the pit lane. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. The rain's passing now, so expect it to ease up in the next few minutes. Be ready for the grip to come back, but don't overheat the tyres. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now. Okay, roger that. Soft tyres at the next pit stop. Looks like we're running on a dry track soon. Back to dry shortly. The line is really dry enough yet to start thinking about slicks. Let's hold on to the inters for a little while longer. Okay, copy that. Russell behind. Okay, push, push. Gap to the car behind. 2.6 seconds. They're on a fresh set of inters. Their tyres are 6 laps old. Time last lap was a 1:15.9. Say that again, we're having trouble receiving you. Gap to your teammate behind is 8.8 seconds. They're on a fresh set of inters. They're in 11th. And the time last lap was a 1:16.9. Conditions look stable at the moment, no rain currently expected. Inters look like the best tyre for now. confirmed. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 12.7 seconds. Confirmed. Okay, Russell's behind you now. Okay, car behind trailing us, 4.5 seconds. They're on a fresh set of inters. Their tyres are 9 laps old. Your last lap time was a 1.9. DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled. There's a new strategy available on the MFD. Ocon behind. Okay, gap to the car behind. Car behind, 8.0 seconds. They're on a fresh set of inters. Their tyres are 11 laps old now. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap was a 1 minute, 0.7. Jack's in the pits. Jack in the pits. The pit box is currently full. Stay out on track. Stay out. Okay, the static over the radio. Say it again. Okay, we can take you this lap.
Looks like the pit crew are out in the lane and ready to perform their magic on the car. They're going to be aiming to achieve the fastest pit stop time possible.
All right, we'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in this strategy. Got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button. Russell behind. We're leading the car behind by 2.1 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are just 1 lap old, and the time last lap was a 1:30.7. Okay, Russell's behind you now, and the gap behind us is 2.3 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 30.7. Gap to your teammate behind is 13.1 seconds. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 13.0 seconds. They're on fresh softs. They're in 10th place. Time last lap was a 1:11.1. Okay, the gap behind is 2.4 seconds. There's damage to the underbody. Expect to feel significant effects in terms of performance. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. No rain expected, no rain expected for the time being. Okay, dry seem like the best tyre for now. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. Russell behind. Our gap behind is 6.9 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. And the time last lap was a 1 minute 09.3. Okay, 1 stop to go, just 1 stop left in this strategy. Your pit window opens in 15 laps time. Repeat that, I've got some interference here. Copy. Okay, Science is behind you. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 7.3 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 5 laps old. We think they've got 1 more stop. Your last lap time was a 1:09.4. Okay, Russell's behind you now. Okay, push, push, gap to the car behind. 7.9 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Okay, their tyres are 7 laps old. Time last lap was a 1 minute 08.3. No threat of rain for the time being, conditions look good. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. Gap to your teammate behind is 13.9 seconds. They're on fresh softs. They're 8th. And the time last lap was a 1:08.5. You're leading the pack, that's P1. Russell behind. Okay, car behind trailing us, 7.1 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Copy that. Okay, that's 42 laps of fuel left in the tank. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 13.7 seconds. First position, front of the pack. Okay, Russell's behind you now. Okay, gap to the car behind. Car behind, 8.0 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Okay, your pit window opens in 9 laps time. Okay, 30 laps till the end now. Okay, 40 laps of fuel left. You only have to stop once now, 1 stop left. Okay, your pit window opens in 9 laps time. Okay, listen, don't worry about it, mate. It can happen to the best of us. Now look, I've put a new strategy option for you in the MFD, so go and have a look. So our fastest lap is a 1 minute 07.8. Didn't receive that. Repeat the message. Repeat the message. Please repeat. You're breaking up. Understood. Copy that. Overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Russell behind. We're leading the car behind by 7.7 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 12 laps old. Your last lap time was a 1:08.6. Okay, Russell's behind you now, and the gap behind us is 9.4 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Time last lap was a 1 minute 08.9. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. You're leading the pack, that's P1. Russell behind. Okay, the gap behind is 10.3 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. You've got 4 laps until your pit window opens. Okay, you've got 25 laps to go. We don't have the data for that, I'm afraid. Gap to your teammate behind is 19.0 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. They're sitting in 7th, and the time last lap was a 1:08.9. Russell's behind you now. Our gap behind is 11.0 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 08.8. Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 20.8 seconds. Okay, copy that. Russell behind. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 12.6 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 17 laps old. Time last lap was a 1:09.1. First position, front of the pack. Okay, Russell's behind you now. Okay, push, gap to the car behind. 13.2 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Okay, your pit window opens next lap. Okay, 22 laps left. In this lap, push now. Jack's coming in for his stop now. Got that confirmed. Okay, we can't take you right now. Hit next lap, next lap. Understood. Stopping this lap. Russell behind. Okay, car behind trailing us. 15.3 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 20 laps old. And the time last lap was a 1:09.1. gap to your teammate behind is 43.4 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're in 9th place. They're currently 5th, and so the difference is 24.3 seconds. Your last lap time was a 1:10.8. Look after these tyres now, you want to finish the race on this compound. Russell's ahead of you now. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 3.5 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. They've done 21 laps on those tyres. Time last lap was a 1:09.1. Ocon's behind you. Okay, gap to the car behind. 6.2 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards, and the time last lap was a 1:09.5. Great work, that's a new fastest lap of the race. Second place, you're in second place. Okay, Russell's ahead. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 1.3 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Ocon behind. We're leading the car behind by 8.5 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, 17 laps to go now. The car behind starting to drop back. There's a gap beginning to form. Let's make the most of it. Well done. You're leading the pack, that's P1. Okay, Russell's behind you now, and the gap behind us is 2.8 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. That was our last stop, no more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 29.8 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're sitting in 7th. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 09.6. There are 20 laps of fuel left. Tyre condition still looking good. Gap to your teammate behind is 29.9 seconds. First position, front of the pack. Russell behind. Okay, the gap behind is 8.9 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. And 11 laps to go. And they're are 18 laps of fuel remaining now. Okay, radar is clear, weather is looking good for now. Okay, dry seem like the best tyre for now. I didn't catch that, mate. Just say it again. Confirmed. Okay, Russell's behind you now. Our gap behind is 10.9 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Time last lap was a 1:09.0. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 34.7 seconds. Russell behind. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 13.1 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Okay, their tyres are more than 30 laps old. And the time last lap was a 1:08.9. Okay, Russell's behind you now. Okay, push, gap to the car behind. 0.2 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. All right, 6 laps to go now. Okay, we've got 12 laps of fuel remaining. Here's some information on Russell for you. They seem to have an issue. Russell behind. Okay, car behind trailing us. 15.9 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Okay, their tyres are more than 30 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. They've got some kind of mechanical problem. The last lap time was a 1:09.2. First position, front of the pack. Ocon's behind you. Okay, gap to the car behind. 30.2 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. 4 laps remaining. Nine laps of fuel to go, 9 laps left. That's Sainz behind you now. We're leading the car behind by 32.0 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 18 laps old. Time last lap was a 1:09.1. worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. Okay, Sainz is behind you, and the gap behind us is 32.3 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 19 laps old, and the time last lap was a 1:08.6. Say that again, we're having trouble receiving you. Gap to your teammate behind is 43.7 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're currently 6th. Your last lap time was a 1:08.8.0 seconds. Oh, superb driving. That is the race win, my friend. Well done.
That's it then for another spectacular Grand Prix here in Austria, and a truly magnificent drive to hang on and take the win. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
A show-stopping performance from the three drivers approaching the podium right now. It's been an interesting Grand Prix, that's for sure. So let's have a look then at the drivers' standings. This result narrows the gap between our championship leader and the rest of the standings. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
I have to give it to Richards.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. It was a tough race for our championship leaders, who lose ground at the top of the table. Been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.